Hey, we are tWoTcast.
Start.
All right, everyone, shut the f*** up.
Wheel of Time. Reread podcast. Explicit and R freaking rated. John is the wild card, always talking shit. Joe's the straight man. He's a total dick. Tom calls in if he's not too busy. We are tWoTcast!
Hey guys, you're listening to and/or watching tWoTcast, the Wheel of Time reread podcast. And by reread, I mean read
Or watch podcasts.
or watch. Yeah, we don't know.
Yeah, doesn't matter.
Now covering Robert Jordan's The Wheel of Time, Amazon on Prime. With me as always is Jono.
Jono!
Oh, hey.
Hey.
And I'm
Hey.
Joe. And Tom is here too.
Hello, Sydney.
Hey.
I'm there.
Yes.
I wasn't ready for
I didn't
Scream
cue that one up, but I wish I had, sort of. For those of you that don't know, Tom's weirdly obsessed with the Scream movies, and I am too as well, in a less so way. But
And I
Scream
love
5
that
came
movie
out.
because it had Leslie Nielsen. So,
I got to get a voice modulator for intros to the show now. Can't just say hello. It's a normal person. It's fucking weird.
That's the first time you haven't said study your math in possibly 7-ish years.
I mean, we still have there's still the end of the show.
Yeah,
since
that's
Leslie
true.
Nielsen died.
So that's what it is. It's hello Sydney at the beginning now, and then study your math at the end.
At least for the next few months until the movie comes out.
Hey, that's some small talk for you, Tom. What do you think about that trailer?
I can't fucking wait. I feel like this is the last one. The last one that, like, the three main.
Oh yeah,
characters
this
are
is
gonna be in.
This is the old people handing it to the young people for sure.
One of them has to be the killer this time, right?
I don't know.
I mean, eventually,
What would the motivation be at this point? Hey, it's been 20 years.
in the
fuck
trailer, in the trailer, it does say that the killer is
Start murdering
targeting
people.
Well, in the trailer, they say that the killer is targeting people that are related to the former killers.
Right. No,
So what-
to the former victims, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know about that. I'll have to watch it again.
I thought it said victims, but also I could be wrong. But also,
Because, I mean,
Um,
killing the relatives of the former killers is great motivation for Sydney to try to stop Scream
She's
from
not
ever
a
happening
killer.
again.
Well, Tom, how many times did you watch the trailer?
wouldn't it be great if it was
Just once,
Sydney
I was
and
at work.
Dewey? Sorry, John. Go ahead.
I love that. Like, fuck that question. I love the idea that Sydney is the one who's doing it because she has asked, like, "Do you have a gun on you?" Of course I do. Am I not Sydney?
Spoilers for Scream 1 through 4.
Yeah, for sure.
But also we say fuck a lot.
I love the idea of
Not for
someone being
kids.
so pissed
We're
off.
not
Like,
for
I was
kids.
watching a time show and there was a spoiler for Scream and I just couldn't fucking watch.
Yeah, we are only going to do spoilers for books 1 through 3, I think, tonight, until we get to casting,
Sort of.
because then we have to speculate
Yeah,
on
we'll try to let you know.
that. And it's
Specifically for Floaty.
season 2 casting, which I'm assuming is going to go beyond book 3. So
Maybe.
we have to do it.
I guess a quick spoiler, by the way, it looks like Matt Cawthon is going to be making it into season 2, even though he's been recast. So those of you who expected him to die at the end of book 1 didn't happen. I think we should probably just put that out there.
Good to know, John. Thanks for telling us. Yeah.
Big
Season
spoiler.
That's good.
Season 1 covers parts of the first 3 books, Jonah. So
Oh, that's right. And Matt Cawthon dies at the beginning of every book over and over.
I think he dies. Let's see. I'm trying to find the exact number. With 174 pages to go in the Dragon Reborn.
Real
That
big.
was a dick move, Tom. Hey, by the this comment from Ayush. I actually have a question about this. So, you know how it was like a big deal back in the day that movies would be like Scream 2, Scream 3, Scream 4, and so on, or they'd be like Captain America: The Winter Soldier, or whatever. But
Yeah.
it's like, why? At what point can they just now like be like, it's Scream again?
Well, they did that with Halloween too, right? Like, how many times? Like,
Yeah, I know, but like, why? What makes it okay now that like back in the 80s and 90s and early, like it was don't do that.
Well,
It's the same movie.
Scream 4 was just Scream. They just changed the A to a 4. They could change the S to a 5. Scream.
Freem. I'd watch Freem.
Not Scream. To an F, to a 5.
5 Cream.
5 Ream is about a paper salesman.
5 Cream is a different movie.
Not Cream, 5 Ream. It's a paper salesman.
5 Ream is also
he goes around killing people just by bashing them in with a ream of paper.
Well, why are we dropping the C? That's Rackus.
Oh, 5 Cream, you're right. That's true.
Yeah, 5 Cream is inappropriate.
Yeah.
I actually got bored after.
We only dropped the C because I forgot how to spell things.
Yeah. Just like asphalt. 5 Cream.
Fucking 10-year callback.
Hey, probably 6.
I think it's way more than 6.
7, 8.
Yeah, either way, it still needs to be known that a 30-year-old man didn't know how to spell asphalt at the best 30.
Shh. Much older than 30.
Yes.
Anyway. What did you think she was going to be a killer, Sydney? No, I don't think so. No.
I mean, if I was one of those actors and this was going to be my last one, I would want to go out as the killer.
Oh, yeah.
I put that in my
I wouldn't. I'd want to be murdered.
Are you guys excited
to survive this long and then just be like, and then I get killed? It was all for nothing.
You guys excited they announced G4 TV's coming back November 16th today?
I know you are. It says in your name there. Tom's excited about Attack of the Show is coming back.
I can't fucking wait.
I was surprised that it ever existed as a channel. So I'm glad that they're going to come back with it.
I guess we should explain the format to people that watch this and don't listen to us normally. But we like to talk about random shit for like at least 5-10 minutes at the beginning of every episode.
Yes.
So if you were expecting Wheel of Time shit right out the gate, you're at the wrong show.
But it's coming.
It is coming. That's true.
Well, actually, let's talk about the absolute biggest news coming out of New York City ComicCon this weekend that I know we're all excited for, and it's overshadowed everything. Saga's coming back to comic shops in January.
I'm very excited for that, actually.
January 26th, so barely January, but it's back, and I can't wait.
Don't read.
I mean, I'll be 4 months or so behind you because I'll get the trade, but you know.
I mean, you can just read mine.
Same difference. That's true.
We probably shouldn't say this on the internet, but we share a common accounts.
Not that you're supposed to hear about that here, or we're making it our little secret, but also simultaneously broadcasting it. But
that's the best way.
Somebody that works for Amazon is watching this right now and furiously typing.
They're just like, God damn it, those sons of bitches! I don't care if they're brothers.
Tom, did you watch the new Bond movie yet?
No.
Piece of shit.
Well, from what I hear, I need to take a week off of work to finish it.
It is rather long.
It's almost 3 hours. Joe and I watched it for his birthdays, and I probably should watch it again. Oh, that's for your birthday, and you wear your birthday suit in the theater, and you get kicked out.
That's true.
Excellent.
I did do that.
Excellently entertaining.
I was like, this movie's too fucking long. I'm taking off all my clothes. Sat there in the darkness for quite a while.
Yeah.
And eventually, somebody got up to go get some food and was like, "What the fuck?"
That was Nelly's worst follow-up to his song. This movie's taking too fucking long, so take off all your clothes.
So you'll eventually don't just leave. You just take off all your clothes, so you'll eventually get kicked out 30 minutes before the end.
I don't know why he thought that was a good hook for a rap song, but it was pretty bad.
It was bad, but I thought it was a better follow-up.
Commercially
panned. Personally, I loved it.
Yeah, and critically.
Tipper Gore.
Oh, look at this. I'm with you, Tom. Can't wait for Saga.
Well, every smart person is. It's fucking
That's true.
amazing.
That's true. It is fun.
And
what do you think they'll eventually put that up and it'll be converted to some sort of streaming service or live action?
I can't believe it hasn't been options already. It's really weird.
It's gonna get ruined.
Actually, it might have been
never do it right.
It's possible. What else you guys got for small talk before we move on to this?
I guess Nothing.
We should talk about Joe's on-air sign, which was a lovely gift from his very, very pregnant wife.
Yeah, my wife got me this on-air sign that's so bright.
Yeah, I can't make that out
see
at all.
what it says until I bring it way closer.
That's good.
There you go. I'll just hold it here the whole night.
So just one more hot light in the library.
Yeah.
Yeah. This way, they're put them on opposite sides of that fucking wall, so you can just really catch the house on fire.
For those that don't know,
At any rate,
I hope
it was a touching idea, but also not turning out too well on camera.
there's a door to Joe's left. When you open it, there's a light bulb that blazes as hot as the sun.
And we don't know how to turn it
by
off.
paper and insulation, and he doesn't know how to turn it off, so it just stays on.
It doesn't blaze. It's an LED light. It's not hot at all. You guys are
Yeah.
idiots.
It's fucking
So
hot.
Does it ever turn off? No.
Unscrew it.
You're bringing another couch at home.
It's also it's also this weird crawl space attic with like insulation and paper everywhere, and it's filled with canvases.
I guess to be fair, me and
From my
Jono
work.
did drunkenly try to find a way to turn it off for like 20 minutes one night.
We kept coming back to that room because we
That's
were
all I
gonna
could think about. I couldn't even do the fucking show.
Yeah, because that's
We're just gotta figure out what's going on with this light.
Not even kidding.
Anyway,
TV remote.
so now that we're done talking about lights,
Let's talk about
I guess,
Patreon. Everyone give us $1.
oh yeah, we can talk about Patreon. You want to?
I
talk
need
about Patreon?
600,000 people to subscribe for $1.
I mean,
How much money would that be, Tom?
What's
about 50 cents, because after Patreon takes their cut, we don't get a whole lot. You know, if you love the show, support the show for us, guys. Help us out.
Whoa.
I think that's what Tom was trying to say.
You don't have to love it. If you tolerate
That's true.
the
You don't
show,
have, I mean, you don't have to love it. I mean, just if you mildly enjoy the show, throw us $1.
if you're hate watching this show and jerking off thinking about us dying, donate $1.
Maybe your dream will come true.
That's a possibility.
Hey, if you donate enough money and I'm rich, I absolutely will die. If I have nothing to do, I'm just going to drink 24 hours a day.
This is a little behind.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. This is a little behind the curtain, but should we like announce our patrons when they add on to the list?
Of course.
Should we announce our old patrons?
If anybody signs up right now, I'll announce them.
Let's bring all our patrons on episode 300 and just let them all like hang out and talk.
That's a good idea.
And
All right.
take the burden off of us.
Like this show is a burden. How much preparation did you do?
That's literally every time we get a guest, I'm just like, sweet. I'm going to shut the fuck up.
We're gonna need you to write your own script, intro, outro, what you want to talk about, and then bring your own secondary guest. We're
Yeah.
out with you. Yeah.
P-Mans just said, I am throwing you a $5 every month. And all I have to say to that is, we're not talking to you, Patrick.
Did I hear a $5 in there?
Thanks. 25 years ago, I loved it.
Such a niner. What are we talking about tonight, boys?
I'm talking about the secondary.
Screw
news.
you. Spoiler warning. This is our episode covering our ComicCon show news.
News. I wasn't ready for that.
So a lot of came out of New York ComicCon. News. But specifically casting, which we'll not talk about right now because we just want to let Floaty watch. But
let's get Floaty really itchy on that trigger finger to close the window.
So we have a song to listen to. We have the Winespring clip to watch. I guess let's listen to the song first. I don't know how we'll react to a song, if at all.
I don't even react well to a song from an artist that I like exceptionally love. I'm still trying to take it in. So listening to a TV.
But that being said, we haven't heard it yet. I purposely didn't hear it.
I will look like I'm either bored or don't like it, but that won't be the case.
Well, how about this, Tom? I'll just put the song up and you won't see our faces.
Tom,
or should our reaction just be like us bored and like,
yeah, I think you should leave the faces. I mean, I'm bad at getting gifts too. Like even if I fucking love it, I'm like, oh, thank you. Great.
You should see Tom.
I just don't know what to do. What do you do with your hands?
Great.
You guys were both talking over each other, so I didn't hear what you're saying.
It didn't sound.
There's a song? Ayush said.
Oh, breaking news by us. Yes, it just came out directly to us and nobody else.
Spoiler, Yeah, there's a song.
Fucking get ready, buddy. Get ready.
All right, let's do you want to hear it? Let's hear it.
Yeah, do it.
Ready? All right, let's hear it. We're only like halfway through.
What?
We're only halfway through.
We can't stop now. That's it. Is that it?
That's it. I guess we'll start off by saying that probably the first 30 seconds, all I did was watch Tom's face, and it actually just made me laugh quite a bit because you did, which we all would do while listening to music, including myself.
I was just coughing the whole time, but also I apologize if everyone heard that. I almost want to talk about this album cover art more than the song. All right, let's talk about the song first.
Oh, that's the poster they released for New York ComicCon too, right? No, it's different.
I didn't. I guess that.
It's different. Yeah, I'm wrong.
Actually, like we've got a Trolloc. I assume that it is. To the right, it looks like the Trolloc is holding his penis. That's that kind of cylindrical shape. And that makes
a Trolloc dick is.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
My God.
They've got notches in them.
Yeah, it's just
For her pleasure.
yeah, ribbed. Ew.
That's up to the person receiving it.
And you can't ever want to get off of it because it's notched.
I mean, I think that's kind of the best look at an actual Trolloc we've kind of ever seen. I think I like it.
Yeah, because on the poster, they're again like hidden in flame or silhouettes. It's hard
Yeah.
to see.
Trolloc to the lower left of the midroll.
I don't know what that is. It looks like a skull.
That's pretty fucked up looking.
I guess
it could just be a different type of Trolloc, but
could be, yeah.
All right, so what did you guys think about the song?
Yeah, I mean, I definitely wasn't expecting it to get so poppy, like in the middle there. Like it was like it started off like Harry Potter-ish, but or Lord of the Rings-ish. I'm kidding. It started off like a classic ripoff of Harry Potter,
Harry Potter-ish.
No, I thought it was good. It was kind of fun. I quickly looked it up because I do a lot of research for the show, and the old tongue means for the flame or from the flame.
From the flame.
So I was like, oh, okay. Well, so maybe like all the women singing. Maybe it's like an Aes Sedai type moment.
I don't have it handy. Somebody translated the whole damn thing on. The composer he posted all the lyrics, and then somebody translated them all. Yeah, he's actually been pretty nicely interactive with people. They asked for the lyrics, and he was like, sure, "Can do."
Wow.
Yeah, that's pretty badass and very kind of him. And also, I'm sure instantly everyone was just like, "Well, this is a bad translation here. This is how you should have written it." And that's a far higher level of cleverness than I.
I wasn't expecting lyrics for really any of the music, so that was surprising to me.
It's an interesting kind
I was just expecting normal fantasy instrumental stuff.
I wonder if that's going to be the norm throughout the show, or if that's like end credits or opening credits song, or if that's like
maybe that's like they arrive in Tar-Valon or something, and like they're going through the streets on horseback or something. The song swells to them like taking in the city or something.
It's a long too. Like I don't know when you would play that.
During the entire show, just over and over.
On a loop.
One of the first episodes is just that song on repeat.
And then I want to stop you guys because guess what? We promised that we would talk about any time that we've got a new Patreon or patron. We got one in the middle of the fucking show. Yeah, like Tom literally just said that.
Stop showing your phone.
Not in the moment.
Oh well.
Also, your phone is just a blaring. It's like an on-air sign that doesn't.
I'm on air.
No one can do that.
I'm
holding up a rectangle of light.
I fully agree. Literally every single time that happens, we're just going to stop what we're doing and shout it out. We should have paused the song.
Yeah.
We need a siren and a graphic.
Or an on-air sign.
That's Peter G, who's also excited for Saga. Is he my new best friend?
Maybe.
Maybe it's possible.
Do you think you should have invited him to your wedding?
Very possible. You don't have any other friends.
Sit around and talk about Saga and Wheel of Time and Patreon stuff all day.
Twat stuff.
Sounds like fun. Yeah, we'll talk about twat stuff.
Yeah, that's what friends do.
I mean, as a whole, I didn't dislike the song, but I guess in context I'd need to see it. But I mean, like, what do we have more to say about a song? I mean, I liked it.
Really? I like the idea that it's just taking shape, though, right? I mean, it seems more Witcher-esque to me. It's kind of got like a little more vibe like that. Not English necessarily. Obviously, Harry Potter ripoff. We'll start there, but that's understood. But kind of the droning
isn't everything, John? Everything is.
Like the whatever instrument it is, whether guitar or lead or whatever, that's kind of just down, like just kind of like the whole way through.
Wait, how did that go?
Doon, like ours goes doon. Theirs went doon.
That's good.
Oh, okay, I got you.
Yeah, it's an amazing Vanilla Ice reference. Thank you for that. I guess me.
You did kind of do a little Vanilla Ice there by accident.
Yeah.
Accident.
Yeah. Accident. So I like it. It's good enough. Fuck yeah.
I mean, it sounded pretty epic and grand. I will say that.
Yeah, I mean, without context, it's also hard to listen to a theme song from a show.
I mean, I think I already told you the context, Tom. They're going to be traveling into Tarvalon.
No, they're just going to play it all the time.
They are. I think when he released that too, he said or whoever released it said it's like the first song released from the soundtrack album or something like that, something along those lines. So they're going to release it.
Do that?
Will you buy it?
Why not?
Don't buy everything. I mean, if it has the word Wheel of Time on it, do we own it? Yeah, I'll buy it.
When would you listen to it?
Sex.
I'll buy it on vinyl and sit across from
the climax at the climax.
Sip my coffee in the morning and listen to that song.
I listen to while I'm doing yard work, so it just sounds super fucking epic when I'm trimming.
Yeah, you're just like the laser falling, and you're like, and it's almost like I could see it in slow motion.
So next piece. What else we got, Julie?
How was mowing the lawn, Tom? That was amazing.
Yeah,
fucking epic.
I didn't die, and it really felt like I was going to for a minute there. And then it just felt dramatic.
I want the video of Tom, you can hear the music, and he's chopping branches with a blade or something, and then it just cuts to his wife inside looking at him with no music, just what the fuck? And it's just
Tom is
quietly looking
like you're looking at me all the time anyway.
Well, Tom, yeah. So just I want it on film though.
His garden looks like what the first part of the blight anyway. When it doesn't get trimmed enough.
That's not true. It looks like the garden in a palace when rain falls over the wall.
Yeah, it looks like a garden that's been tended by an Aes Sedai that's keeping the roses in bloom when the world's in a drought, Jono.
The roses are still blooming back there.
It's the most spectacular garden I've ever seen in my life.
It is ridiculous.
And they did none of the work.
Oh, I've done a lot of work, you bitch.
Come on. Let's be honest.
Tom Gardner. Yeah.
All right, boys, you want to watch this Winespring clip?
Yeah, we're not going to watch this all the way through, right? We're just going to pause to make comments and stuff throughout.
I don't know. Do you want to just run it through? It's only 2 minutes long, and change. We could just run it through all the way and then zip it back. And
yeah, that sounds good. I'm going to step away briefly while that happens.
Oh. Well, because Tom has apparently watched it. All right, I'll put it up and we'll watch this. We'll watch this guy.
Put it up.
How did the ceremony go today?
Don't know, actually. We haven't talked yet.
I'm sure she's just busy.
Yeah. I'm sure.
Name yourself, stranger.
Lan von Dragorin. This is Moiraine.
My lady, can I help you?
We'll need stables for our horses and a room for the night. 2 beds and fresh linen, that's all we need.
Of course, Moiraine Sedai.
If you'll come this way.
Oh, what's
Let's
that
talk
ad for? I wonder.
This advertisement, yeah.
Man,
sorry,
I'm just gonna add Tom back in here so he's there when we pop, so I don't have to pay attention.
What's this? Tom's empty chair. What's the next?
It's an empty bed, John. Let's be honest.
Do you not remember that from last week? That was the name of the inn. Tom's empty chair.
Oh, is that what we're doing? Okay, all right.
Yeah.
No, I don't remember anything from last week. I was drinking. All right, so what do you think about this? As a whole?
Really, mostly enjoyable. A little bit.
The biggest response there was "What a hole!"
Wow, what a hole! I didn't love the music is 100% Witcher to me. Both video game and TV show to start. Again, that doesn't make it really that proprietary to Witcher, but it just kind of has the same vibe. And that's the most, I guess, in my mind. From I love this first scene. We've seen a little bit, but just kind of where Emmons Field is in this little valley. You can see the mountains in the back. It looks pretty well, kind of as expectation. The mountains should be a little further, but who the fuck cares? Yeah. So
what about this comment?
Would have really taken it to a new level.
It would have been really great if Nynaeve started to pull her knife out instead of just holding it and was like, "Close the fucking door."
It's cold out there.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah. I mean, as a whole, it's very exciting. I'm very into it.
Yeah.
There's a few little nitpicky things, but I guess we can talk about it as it goes along. But I'm just just in terms of I don't know, Nynaeve holding her knife the whole time. First of all, no man stuff.
Well, not so
just leaving this all to Nynaeve.
But why are you holding a knife anyway? A guy walks in with his hood down. This is before the mirror.
I don't know. Could be her mirror draw.
But they don't know a mirror draw yet. This is Winter's Night.
Well, they don't know it in the books, but I mean, they could be changing that for the show. They might not be as unknown in the show,
maybe
as in the books.
If it were the Borderlands, a man walking in with his hood down, fuck no, man. Unless they're not all that handsome.
Lan walks into Faldara like that, and he just gets peppered with arrows. Just falls.
Forgot where I was. Yeah. All right, we'll press play. Kind of walk ourselves through this.
All right. Yeah, as you were saying, I mean, beat for beat, that looks pretty awesome. You can obviously see Winespring front and center there.
Rain or lightning at the beginning. Now, pause just a second. Right here, that looks like this dude right here with a beard. If you go back a half a step here, it looks like Tom Haverford.
Control it that tightly, but I'll try.
And stop.
Wait, I didn't even go back. Did it go back? No, I'm going forward. No. Let me go back to 7.
Yeah, that looks good. But right there, that looks like Tom Haverford. If you look at his eyes and smile, it really does look like him. So I'm excited for this crossover.
Sparks and Rec.
Yeah,
he has the Italian restaurant down the street.
Yeah. Oh, I love Aziz Ansari. All right, anyway, so moving on to real shit.
What do you think about well, we get to see Sen Bui for a second. That's him right there, right?
I think you're right. I don't like the level of I know it's Winter Night, right? But it seems a little boisterous, really. And I'm not expecting it to be when Rand goes to the
why wouldn't it be boisterous?
Because they don't drink. They don't drink to excess that much.
Oh, you mean in that way? I don't know. I mean, people can laugh and have a good time without being inebriated. I mean, we're
for you, for me, out. But it just looks a little kind of forced. A lot of people in a common room, right? For Winter's Night, you should be going to house to house to house. Some very interesting nerdy commentary. I don't like how they are at a noon.
You're really deep cutting into the. I don't know if you're gonna like this show, John.
I'm gonna fucking love it because it's good enough. But yeah,
Brandon said, "Well, Perrin and Rand seem absolutely perfectly cast by Ayush." Brando said, "It's just nice to hear the characters actually speaking," which I agree. That's pretty fun.
No, that's gonna go away real soon for Perrin.
Yeah. He's just going to be really quiet and sullen and just a little wolf boy in his fur capris.
Yeah. Moving
All right, well,
on.
let's go a little further here. Let's go a little bit further. So we see Rand, and he's eyeballing Egwene from across the room.
Yeah. Nice smock.
What did you think of that look? That speaks volumes, I think.
Well, then read me the volume you're writing.
It just kind of like he's been waiting to talk to her. She looks up at him, doesn't even hint of a smile. Like, and whatever she went through during that day that him and Perrin discussed 5 seconds later, probably something to do with being a wisdom, or maybe that thing where Nynaeve pushes her into the river or something.
I love that. Yeah.
And then therefore, and maybe she experienced something, or I don't know.
It's an interesting thought, right? Maybe I just making up shit as I speak, which is par for the course. This is the night where she's supposed to be kind of like the first time, like a woman, right? It's the first time she braids her hair because Rand had never seen it, right? When she pulls out her hood, maybe part of the womanhood kind of journey for her was a secondary one from Nynaeve around that. Again, that's just a made up with no context. But also it could be Rand all of a sudden looking at like, you're now a woman. The Britney Spears song is over. I'm kind of nervous.
Don't you think it could be they had sex for the first time earlier that day and he's waiting to find out how he did?
Yes.
I mean,
there is that scene we see.
And he's like, "How was it for you?" And she's like,
we'll talk later.
cold shoulder.
Yeah.
She ignores him because she accepted to be a wisdom and does not know how to tell them because wisdoms do not marry.
Okay. That's wise of them.
That's very solid.
But he knew she was taking the test. Was he hoping she was going to fail?
I mean, do you not expect
that's excellent counterpoint, Tom.
I always hope someone fails the test. I mean, it's just a good way of making sure that they are unhappy in life.
Yeah, you don't want your partner to succeed. Otherwise, they'll get better than you and leave you behind. You have to keep them down at all times.
Yeah, that's one of the things that drives
push them down.
Relationships for me. Yeah. Laughter? What? Fuck you.
All right, a little bit here.
Sorry, I didn't hear it.
It's okay.
Oh, it's acting a little buggy.
Yeah.
I can't hear it.
Oh, I turned it off.
Okay.
Should I turn the volume up?
No,
I
you
guess
can
I can turn it up as we
That's
go.
fine. Yeah.
I'm sure she just
Parents,
busy.
yeah.
He said, I haven't talked to her yet. I'm sure she's just busy. So we kind of discussed this already. But I think it's obviously the wisdom. Something to do with being wisdom. Something to do with Nynaeve pushing her into the river.
Or she's working and Rand tried to talk to her and she's like, can't you see I'm at work?
She's like,
why don't you
yeah,
take
I'm
this
fucking
serious?
it's winter night. It's the busiest night of the year, Rand. I got 17 tables.
I don't bother you and your fucking sheep.
Go away. I want Leia to start calling her the whole time. Yeah.
I would love it if Lamb was calling them a sheep fucker instead of sheep herder all the time in this show.
It's very fun.
I do love that he didn't call himself Lon.
Would make more. Yeah, that was
not the fucking time. Wait till we're there.
Oh,
all right.
Sure.
Up there.
Back to Dana's point of close the fucking door. You can literally hear the wind going like through the room while he's walking in.
I saw that earlier. That comment earlier. I was outside smoking. All I could think about was the Hateful Eight.
From the rest of the season is just a murder mystery set within the confines of the Winespring Inn.
I don't know if you guys watched a lot of the Dusty Wheel stuff, like when the first trailer came out, but I think they talked about the boots for like 8 straight hours. So they must have all just
They did.
They
Talked about it for a while.
when this started.
I didn't watch a lot of it. I was on some of it. I didn't watch a lot of it.
I definitely didn't watch it after you got on it. I'll tell you that.
Yeah, that's when you tune out.
Yeah.
So here we have
bad. It's bad. When one of us is on the show, Matt's just like reaching.
Seriously.
A hard day.
Especially if that one is you. I mean,
yeah. Low hanging fruit.
They called me in high school. Oh, we see Tam there briefly, by the way. I don't think I noticed that. We see Tam.
I did not go back far enough. I always don't know how far back to go.
Right
Is that
there.
him right there in the middle? Oh, okay.
I think so, yeah. I mean, he's definitely got the most like camera light on him, so it's got to be.
Who's he hanging out with? Because if Abel Cawthon is not at that table, I'm going to be annoyed.
It could be Master Luhan at any of these. I don't know if they're going to have Master like.
Yeah, maybe it's the village council.
That could be.
Oh, is that a Stones board? Or is that a
But the Stones on a board, so yeah.
No,
is that a cheese plate?
It's like charcuterie.
Charcuterie. Which one are you looking at? There's 3 different.
Maybe they're playing Stones with hunks of meat.
Right at the bottom of the scene is that
it's food. It's food.
It's a cheese plate. Charcuterie board.
Fondue with cheddar cheese is what they serve on.
Fondue with cheddar. I feel bad for the people who are looking for real commentary for us. Do you think Rand was hanging out at that table like near him before Perrin walked up, or was he just brooding in the corner Rand style all by himself?
I feel like he must have recently entered.
Because I feel like those guys would be like looking over their shoulder, like, "What the fuck are you doing?
Your son's kind of a useless dog.
Why are you just glaring at Egwene over our table? It's very weird." Go back to fucking cheese.
How often do they have to? How many candles do they have to relight every time somebody walks into that room?
God
yeah,
damn it.
that's what should have happened. God damn it, Lan. I mean, he does look like a badass there, right?
He also, I mean, she's got her hand on the knife, but he also walks in like he literally looks like a school shooter coming in the front of that inn. Fucking ready to go. Like,
yeah, he's not like walking in like, "Hey, it's winter night, let's hang out." He's walking in like, "I'm going to murder
every single place they go to in
this room."
First few books, he's like, "All right, let's try not to be noticed. Keep it cool. Let's just go about our business." Not here. Peacocking.
Apparently, Perrin was sitting with Tam earlier. That does not answer my Abel Cawthon question, though, Dana. Raina said Meadgate.
Cheese. I think it's cheese.
It's meat
and cheese.
The cheese was closer to Tam on the table.
A good charcuterie board has both.
There's a comment in the chat that says,
true.
There's a comment in the chat that says a fromage. That's French for cheese, so I'm right.
Now, fromage.
Don't read it closely. I'm correct. Let's keep going.
All right. This is the weirdest part of the thing to me. The acting feels very stiff here and kind of odd that Egwene would do that.
Egwene would do what?
I don't know. Maybe he's mixing up Egwene and Nynaeve. But that's
maybe that Egwene would be a waitress?
Name yourself, stranger.
Yeah, I think he thinks that's Egwene. Which learn this name.
Lan Mondragoran.
All right, so pause it. Now we can talk about it. This was the most exciting part of the whole fucking trailer to me.
Yeah, it was pretty badass.
I don't know if I'd be able to watch, 6-7 seasons of Lan.
Yeah, when they said his name right, and we'd been worried about that all the time. How did we hear that? They said it, didn't they?
Yeah, they said. Yeah,
somebody did. I just remember I was like, it won't bother me, and then I could just picture myself like 5 episodes in, just being like, I can't do it anymore.
I can't do it. Also, would annoy. Like, how many times would you have a conversation with somebody? Hey, you like the Wheel of Time, right? And you're just at work, and they're like, "What do you think about Lan?" And blah blah blah. And I'm like, God damn it! Like everybody that hasn't read the books would just be annoying me left and right, saying his name
also
wrong.
Like 5 pronounceable names in the book that no one can get wrong, and that's one of them. And they were going to change it. It's going to be Lon, Mots, Ron, Kira. Like, what the fuck? Just it's Lan. We have
We've all been saying it that way for decades.
You don't need to change this on us.
Now, what I thought was weird is that they haven't said Nynaeve the right way.
Oh, they haven't said her name yet, have they?
Well, yeah, there's time.
Yeah, that's true. There's still time. They could get it right.
What if they play like a fantasy style version of the Mario song when they introduce her? And what would that sound like?
I don't know, but immediately when she starts going into any sort of action sequence, it should be like when he gets a star.
Yeah.
That's all I know.
That's when she channels.
This is my rain.
You do glow a little bit when you're channeling. Why not? Very bad camera work to start, and she's very blurry. I don't know who is focusing. Poorly done.
I mean, this is
Can I help you?
this is really different, I guess, because she just comes in on Front Street too with who she is, like.
Yeah.
And then it seems like the relationship of everybody with Aes Sedai is very different because, I mean, first of all, the ring is recognized by at least one person.
Marin, Egwene's mom.
Yeah, well, they were clearly Aes Sedai and Warder in the first book, and the only person that noticed was Tom Maryland. Like nobody else had a fucking clue.
I don't know. I feel like Tam knew.
He never saw him. Tam never saw her before it was already done.
Oh yeah, after that's true.
Yeah.
Clearly not in this scene, Jono.
Tam. Could you put that comment back up, Joe?
No, I think. What's that? Which one is that?
The last one.
Honey cake?
Yeah. The Ace. Yeah. No. Oh, I did not notice that.
The Aes Sedai comment?
Well,
I can't stand when people say Aes Sedai.
Aes Sedai?
Tom Aes Sedai. Yeah.
Aes. Eyes. I don't know.
I say Aes Sedai. Tom also says Moiraine.
I
Tam.
Yeah, I did kind of notice that, but let's see her name said more than once, I guess. I don't like Moiraine.
I mean, Moiraine is less.
It's based off of Moira.
It's less offensive.
Yeah, it's less offensive. Yeah, Lon would bother me so much.
Oh my god! Have you seen this comment from David McGarry? I'd kill myself.
There was a Spanish booktuber who kept pronouncing Aj.
Yeah.
Which was quite jarring. Is like the nicest way of saying it.
Wait, was it quite jarring or quite harring?
Yeah, I think it's jarring. What did I say?
I'm getting way too distracted by the comments. Our viewers are making me laugh.
Settle down, Tom. Settle down.
Yeah, it's entertaining.
I like she just walks. Nynaeve. This is the first instance where Nynaeve is like, "Fuck you." Like, and then he goes to like, who are you? And he's like, I'm Lan. This is Moraine. And then she just like strides right past Nynaeve.
Still holding the knife, though.
So on the show, the tension of their whole relationship has nothing to do with her taking the boys, the attack, the power. None of it. It's just being snubbed right here.
Moment one.
100% agree.
And never apologizing for it.
Yeah, she looks
100 episodes later, Nynaeve will be like, I can't fucking believe she walked right past me when I went to greet them.
Nynaeve's character arc ends when she sees Moraine later. I'm trying not to do any spoilers. And
I was like, why are you
posing?
She just walks right by her.
Yeah.
Moraine.
So what I was talking about earlier in terms of them knowing Jono was like, doesn't the village council like meet? Don't they all sort of like know what's going on? Like, doesn't Tam runs off to go talk to Bran, and they're like huddled and talking about?
No, they're talking about Paid and Fane when they huddle off. They
and
find
out later. Fireworks.
Why would they care about the peddler?
Oh, that's just what they're because
the peddler's news.
Fane brought news.
Yeah, because they come out talking about sending out patrols and shit like that.
Yeah, patrols. That's what they call them.
Because there's war in Gildon.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, weirdest thing, and I don't think it really means very much, but for some reason I looked up IMDb for Logain, the guy's the actor, and his title in IMDb was King of Gildon.
Oh yeah, you had said that.
I said that.
And all I said to that was, I mean, actors can write in their own. I mean, like that can be edited by like a lot of different people. It could just easily be a mistake.
I don't know if I ever saw Tom Maryland get cast, and then I was looking through the IMDb and I saw the picture. I must have missed that one or just forgot about it.
I think the latter. We talked about it.
The Jack Nerd just finished his book reviews a few weeks ago and pronounced Aja Aha through all 15 books. That made me crazy. That's, I mean, don't watch the show, I guess.
Now I'm starting to think maybe that we should start doing that.
Aha!
Yeah.
But always have to be that like
the green aha! You did it for 15 books.
You have to do it with an exclamation point at the end for sure.
What aha are you gonna choose?
Let's watch a little bit more here.
right.
We'll need stables for our horses and a room for the night. 2 beds and fresh linen, that's all we need.
Of course, Moraine
That ring.
Sedai.
Have we talked about the rings?
It looked weird.
We haven't really.
They're gigantic.
Yeah.
They are
why is it
huge.
that angle and not like 90 degrees to us so we can fucking see it?
I guess visually for
She's
TV.
pointing it at Marin, so she knows who she is.
I'm gonna keep calling her Cheech Marin the whole time.
I mean-
because I'm an idiot.
in this TV show, the Aes Sedai are just like, people need to know who we are.
Yeah, I think it's a little more a world where they need to be able to convey it, and it's like kind of like a sheriff's badge. Like they hold it up and be like, "Look at this!" Like it's supposed to be a giant visual thing. It's not just supposed to be some like thing that they take off a lot and hide.
People
Or
keep
whatever.
pointing out that only Marin sees the ring right here. I'm not sure I understand the relevance.
Well, even if she is the only one that sees
She
the ring, she
names her
immediately
first.
goes, "Moraine Sedai!" like really loud, and everyone's like, "Ooh!" Like so. I mean, like obviously it doesn't matter. Like a Super Bowl ring. You need to know who's won the Super Bowl, obviously.
Did they do the Super Bowl shuffle actually? The Aes Sedai.
This is the biggest question is now what do they accepted get? They get the ring without the gem. They don't have a gem in it yet. It's just the setting.
It's like a shitty fucking.
You don't get that until you pick your aha.
Uh huh.
I guess the Great Serpent Ring would be too small and indistinct to.
By definition, it should have been larger. It's called the Great Serpent Ring. So I mean, like, it could have just made a giant fucking, just knot of snake on it.
Yeah. Do you think if a Aes Sedai wears a short sleeve shirt, like the hand they wear the ring on the forearm is like 10 times bigger than the other one? It looks heavy.
Just lifting it up all the time. We're like, ah.
It's exhausting.
That's
What
one of
do
the
they do with one
accepted
arm?
tests is just lifting your arm up 17 times or something.
Dumbest accepted. You have muscular dystrophy.
Well,
Like, did you do it? Yeah, you're good to go.
she passed the 1,700 lifts of the forearm. Good. Good.
Oh my gosh. All right.
All right, let's
Aside.
do this here.
Yeah.
So they do seem to all sort of like be whispering, like, "Oh my god, she's a nice Sedai."
A huge
Wouldn't it be
fire.
amazing if she just went when the fire got up huge?
Did she call her Aes Sedai at this point?
Yeah, she
Not
said
fucking
Marin.
enough.
Cheech Marin.
Yeah, she said Moraine Sedai.
You think people would be more amazed? There's more like tension in the room.
Yeah, it seems. Well, maybe the tension is like, why the fuck is one of them here? Kind of thing, and less of like less amazement, but more of like, why is an Aes Sedai in the town? Like they never come here. This is fucking crazy.
Well, nobody comes to that town.
Even peddlers
Oh, yeah.
really do.
I mean, I go there sometimes. It's not that weird.
Just once in a while.
That's a giant fireplace.
It's huge.
Small fire for a fireplace that big.
2 small fires. Notice the difference in there's 2. I feel like
Well,
the
one's cooking a cook pot that a Trolloc is later going to steal and use.
too small for a fucking Trolloc.
Yeah, what could you cook in that? A hand?
Minced up stone board, fingers, toes.
Charcuterie, yeah.
Yeah. Small
Look at
chunks
this.
of meat.
There's a
First
small
they place stones with meat, and then they throw it into the pot. When like say I take your queen, so to speak, you'd be like, God damn
Well,
it.
this lady up front. She
Can
was
we talk about
great.
the T-shirt in the middle of the scene here?
What'd you say?
Look at this. There's just this weird little like design of whatever the fuck it is. Looks like a T-shirt.
It's just the collar coming down in the middle and then cutting across. Dummy.
Is that what that is?
Yeah.
You're talking about that little patch?
Yeah. Dude, don't stop for me.
Who's Matt hanging out with?
Some lady.
With no Angel's face, the big ring makes sense, and I completely agree with that. You kind of need like a way of recognizing them.
Just a big trumpet.
Not, yeah.
I mean, if everyone's there and Rand and Perrin are talking together, Matt's making the rounds, talk to all the girls first.
That's true.
First book. Oh, this is probably Dav.
You think so?
It's probably Dav. Matt doesn't come into the show until second season, I heard.
Yeah.
That must be Dav. He was almost Taviran.
Yeah, so close.
Matt's outside on the village green holding a badger in a bag.
There's a couple of ghost towns flowered outside too and run through.
What's he gonna do with that fucking badger?
We never found out.
What do you say? So Moraine kind of stares down all the main characters, which is obviously her trying to like go Dragon Reborn, Dragon Reborn, Dragon Reborn.
Wouldn't it be weird if she just looked at like 5 randos in the crowd, like an old lady, a cat,
just like totally missed them all.
Sleeping.
Yeah.
Nicolas Cage is in the corner too.
It would have been Nicolas Cage is asleep in the corner off to the left.
People are saying who that character is. I guess it's somebody in the women's circle or something. I don't know. It moved.
Dania.
Listed as part of the women's circle.
Well, I
think that talking to anyone that's remotely associated with authority.
Yeah. Also noticed that Dana Lou is saying it's Dania. What's the same name? It's
maybe,
trying to so, yeah.
Maybe he was in the middle of getting dressed down about that badger thing.
Yeah. And then later the mushroom.
Yeah. Anyway, let's watch the last 5 seconds of this.
Still holding the knife. Good.
Nynaeve still holding that knife. Like I don't like. So that kind of weirdly bothers me. I feel like I just want her to be like a strong character, and I don't want her to be clutching a knife as if she's scared the whole time. Like,
well, I mean, I think she thinks they might be dangerous, and she considers herself the first line of defense. So that's
and which is fair, and I agree.
But also kind of annoying.
But the clutching the knife nonstop like indicates like fear and
agree.
You know, I don't know, like trepidation, and it bothers me.
I don't think she looks afraid. I think she looks.
The door is still open.
The kid is back on the.
Damn it, Nynaeve, close the door. Do you think Marin and Bran and Egwene are like, yeah, all the heat? Just all the heat.
These fires aren't very big.
Yeah, she walked right past you, Nynaeve. You could have gone and closed the door. I mean, she pauses on Egwene.
Because she can channel.
I still think Egwene's the Dragon Reborn in this show.
There's no reason she can't be.
Shut that door. Hold the damn door. Oh, well, now we're getting conflicting messages.
Maybe that's why Nynaeve's doesn't know. Just hold the dagger.
She just doesn't know if they're going to leave right away. I just didn't know if they were going to leave right away. That's all.
I think that's I think you should leave reference, and I'm thrilled with it. Hold that door.
Well, I assume it's more of a Game of Thrones Hodor reference.
Brando said she likes it the 2 women first, but I think he meant looks. But also
break it down like he meant likes and try to figure out what that means.
3-way.
All right. She likes it the 2 women first. I think that means like her eyes sparkle and she like has joy and love in her heart and soul when she looks at the women, and then when she looks at the boys, dead inside.
All right.
One of her last roles, she was, spoiler, a lesbian. So I mean, like you know, I think she was a pretty good actress in that one. So I'd watch that.
Yeah,
that'd be a pretty compelling scene.
She doesn't love them; she likes them.
Well, yeah.
No. Whoa! Like,
well, we don't really.
So, do you think, based on her analyzing the children, so to speak, like Nynaeve, Egwene, and the boys, like, are they going to be running down this path of spoilers for not past the 3 books, but of the Dragon Reborn possibly being one of the girls as well?
I don't think so. I'm curious as to how she just got to town, presumably. How does she know who she's looking for?
Everyone in town is in this room.
Yes, there's that. But it's probably the one guy who doesn't look like he's from here. Ginger. No, nothing.
All right, looks like they're from here. Tall, ginger.
To grab the DK Moon one from the comic from 801.
Yeah, it's just interesting. And then like this wisdom will be important.
If you'll come this way.
I will.
Because Marin's so off-put by Moraine's attitude and behavior.
Now let's talk about
Did look a little like, why are you
She's
staring
like-
everyone down?
Hey, this is what I'll need. She's like, okay. And then she just walks
And
the
then she
fuck
just
and stands
walks
there
off
like a
to the
weirdo.
fire.
And she's like,
But it's not weird that you go to warm yourself by the fire. So why is
No.
Marin going like?
she's
Ah.
really
pretty
very much
drafty
like,
too. I mean, like
Maybe
you
she's
get
just
by the fire.
nervous.
just come this. Then all right, let's go. Like, what are you doing? I don't know. I thought it just strikes me as kind of funny.
All right, well, let's get this shit off the screen.
Yeah, that was our.
Yeah. So what's
Oh,
our next one?
That was more of a sneak peek. It's not a trailer, right?
Yeah.
No, it's not a trailer; it's a clip.
I was excited,
But
I was excited we got stuff with talking.
Yeah, exactly. And someone had mentioned that in the chat earlier. I agree with you. I'm excited that there's actually speaking lines in this. It's kind of fun to see the characters interacting with each other, other than just like quickly in a trailer and then cutting away. Like there's a lot more context just having a slice of a scene rather than a trailer that's all chopped up.
Just a slice. It took too small a slice. The thing that weirdly like was jarring for me, and I wasn't expecting it, I guess, but obviously I didn't read it this way, was everyone having accents.
That was jarring for you?
Well, I mean, I don't read it with an accent, so it was just like I didn't realize it was going to throw me off.
You do for everyone else's opinion.
But it's
way back when they did the table read, Barney Harris read some Matt lines, and it was like really thick accent, and I was just like, oh, okay, that's what they're doing, And so like that was like so long ago that I think I didn't even skip a beat when they were speaking with accents. But of course they are. It's a fantasy series.
Yeah, you can't do a fantasy show without accents.
Everyone's from the UK.
I don't understand.
Andor was supposed to be kind of England, even though this part of Andor really
They're only Andor
Carolina.
lines on a map, John. I'm surprised you never read that before.
But at the same time, like remember the fact that like they all make fun of Rand's accent, like he's kind of some like up country or down country hick. Could you imagine if they all just sounded like trashy, like redneck? That would not be a great start for a fantasy series.
I guess they could speak like really proper Queen's English when they get to the city and stuff like that. Make them sound a little
yeah. I'm sure they'll play on it a little bit based on how many cultures there are within the world. Andor is supposed to be Andor. That you said. I agree with that.
Yeah, it's not real.
I can't disagree with that.
All right. Well, I mean, as a whole, it was exciting to see that. I think I'm weirdly more looking forward to like the next trailer because I really want to see Loyal, and I really want to see what else was not shown that I'm like blanking on from the first trailer. That was like, why isn't that there?
I'd like to see Min.
Oh, Tom. It was just like no Tom Maryland. Like I just,
Yeah, basically, I want to see the characters we haven't seen. I feel like we probably haven't seen or not seen too many locations at this point, right?
Yeah. I mean, I thought there was a background where it was Camelin, but we figured out later it was just Shatter Logoth. So like.
Yeah, I don't know if we're getting Camelin in season 1, especially.
Apparently, we might not be, which is, I guess, kind of fine, honestly.
We'll get to that when we talk about casting. I just don't want to start that before Johnny gets back, and I don't want to prematurely announce it because we have one person that's going to leave us when that starts. Yeah.
White Cloaks and Tinkers. I agree with that. Tom, we already mentioned, but yeah, that'd be. Oh, I mean, this is an obvious one. Forsaken. I guess I do want to see them, but I almost don't.
Yeah, that's
care to see them in a trailer. Like I don't care. Like it'd be better to just be like, oh shit, that's who that is. Like maybe they might actually trick me for 5 minutes if I don't see the casting ahead of time. Or
yeah, I need that. I need that in like a reveal.
Yeah, maybe. Maybe it'd be more fun to like have them revealed to us. Ayush said, "What if the Aiel were all Irish?" I mean, all I can say to that is you're talking to 2 Irish people, so we'd be fine.
It's the Irish people that got banished to the desert. That's why even
all they can grow out there in that sand is fucking potatoes.
Why do you think they're covered in clothes head to toe and face coverings and hoods in the middle of the desert in the middle of the daytime? It's because they're fair Irish skin.
Yeah. All right. Oh, Jono's back. I didn't know. Hi.
Hi. I had to go get a beer.
Oh, okay.
Is now the time?
Right.
Should we?
Yeah, let's throw the casting photo up here, but also if Floaty, if you're still
Goodbye, Floaty.
Yeah, if you want to go bye.
I only mean this in the sense of like maybe there's going to be spoilers.
Yeah, we're just going to
I don't know.
speculate. It might go beyond what you've read. It might not, but
I also always say fuck a lot. I mean, I don't know if I said that or not.
Well, only because you're reading it.
All right, so here's the new casting images that we got.
let's start with Elaine, since that's the only person we know who's.
So, like we know that like nothing is ever really confirmed fully, but this is an interesting look at what everyone's opinions are for. I guess his three women, right? Kind of like personality-wise, Elaine's on the far right. A little less exciting to me. She's kind of, looks a little annoying. In the middle is Min.
I mean, she looks like a white milk toast stuck up bent.
Yeah.
Let's save that for later.
In the middle is Min, and then we have obviously Avienda with kind of some freckles and like kind of light hair.
Older than I thought.
Yeah.
Varen and Elida. Okay.
I guess my only thing with the actress playing Elaine, or starting with her, is like she looks really young.
Yeah. Well, they did that on purpose.
I'm really old, so I feel like anybody that's like 25 or younger looks like they're 13.
They might as well look like they're 12. Yeah.
Well, we're going younger. All right. No, I think that's actually a pretty good Elaine to a certain extent. Obviously, like the actual, freckled chick. What's her real name? Like Sarah?
Yeah, she looks like she could pull off like I have been served with a silver platter my entire life, and I'm a super, super stuck up piece of shit.
Are you gonna make this whole thing about how you don't like Elaine?
No.
Yeah, what a compliment.
No, I'll stop. No, she looks good. She looks good. She looks like she could be the part. I mean, I like it. She does look a little young. I agree with Tom on that.
Yeah,
It's only because the other main characters seem a little aged up. So it seems like odd that but she could also be the same age as them, and I don't fucking know. And
her next to Egwene and Rand, like the actors, that relationship would seem almost inappropriate. Again, it's because I'm old.
Yeah.
Maybe this picture is older. No, we've seen other pictures.
She could be like 30 and just aging fucking wonderfully.
Yeah, just congratulations. You're an Aes Sedai for real.
You did it.
Let's see.
Yeah, but I like it. She looks good. She looks like she looks like she can also nail the, and I mean this in a nice way, snooty like queen or like princess stuck up.
I mean this in a nice way. Snooty.
I mean, like, no, just like she looks like she can pull off that like high end British character like from The Crown, and not so much like I herd sheep. I fuck sheep all day.
Yeah, in a good way.
Yeah, in a good way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Do you have the names of all the actresses anywhere?
Yeah, her name is God damn it! I hope I'm not gonna fuck this.
That's all I have.
I haven't heard this. Actually, you know what? I'm not even gonna attempt it. I have no idea how to say her name properly.
Well done, Tom. Well done.
Natasha O'Keefe is from Peaky Blinders.
Yeah.
And Mira Sayal is from Broadchurch, which I haven't watched Broadchurch, and I stopped watching Peaky Blinders at like season 1.5 or so, like 2.
I started season 2 of Peaky Blinders. I love Broadchurch.
I need to get back to Peaky Blinders. Before we get too far with these two actresses, because I know you guys didn't watch the panel. I don't know if you saw the news. They haven't said who they're playing, but it was said that they're playing important characters or like major characters.
Yeah, and speculation.
Okay, so if it's Selene / Lanfear and Elida.
Well, Selene doesn't have to be Lanfear. I love that idea of just casting two different women.
I think
I like that idea too, but they're not going to do that. It's just
I think what I've seen the most.
What are they gonna do? Just change her makeup and still looks the exact fucking same.
People have guessed the most that the middle is Aleda, I think, and that on the right is Varen.
Okay.
That's again not what we just were saying, but that's all right.
Yeah. Or possibly, do you think she's Lanfear in the middle?
No, she's Celine.
She could be.
Yeah.
I don't think they're going to cast different actors.
She could be Aleda as well, though.
Yeah. I don't know. It's a really. I feel like every time I give any sort of guess, I'm going to show my ass, and not in a good way. Like I don't fucking know, man. I mean,
I have no idea. Well, I mean,
Lanfear says I don't think they announced Forsaken casting. Well, who the fuck says that? Lanfear. I don't believe that.
Well, they're cast for season 2 as well, so they're not going to be in season 1. So they've got to come from some part of book 2 or 3, possibly even 4. And I guess this is where the spoilers past Dragon Reborn come. Different actresses. That seems. Yeah, I guess. I don't know. Seems
they're
weird.
supposed to look different enough to like for Rand not be like.
First of all, that was don't give Jono any credit. That was my idea.
That's fine with me. Yeah.
Rafe pronounced it Kira Coveney. Coveney? Okay.
Coveney.
Kira makes sense.
I'm glad they capitalize things so we know which
Keira Knightley
syllable to put the emphasis on.
Oh yeah, I know who you're talking about, Jono.
Yeah.
Talking about Jack Sparrow.
On the right, she's Jack Sparrow.
Brutal.
Oh, I can actually see her doing a fantastic Johnny Depp, really. Not me, though. That's supposed to be a compliment. You're all a bunch of dicks.
So what do you think about her as Varen, at least? We can come back to...
Which Varen, one, Natasha or awesome. Oh, okay, gotcha.
The left one. Kira is Varen.
I mean, that would be... She'd be a good Varen. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, it works for me.
I have no problem with it, really.
Maybe she's Lanfear.
Interesting.
Not far off from that drawing you did of Moghedian.
Olmog?
Yeah, the Olmog.
What is the list of major characters left that haven't been
I mean, aside from the Forsaken, which is obviously a list of 13 to 14, depending on how many times they've been respawned into the video game of the Wheel of Time. But
Aleda and Varen?
Yeah.
Aleda? I don't know what people want. Obviously not Morgaze. Obviously not any of the male characters. Avienda, possibly. But I assume Avienda's going to have red hair. But it's it's not like they can't change.
It's called hair dye, though. That could be nothing. That might not be anything.
It's too old.
Ayush even said Avienda. David said that Myra has a strong comedy background, by the way. That would play into Varen, I think. She has this like coy nature. I mean, she does. She does. How many times did she redraw that wheel just to fuck with them?
See her do
Travel right forward.
You've redrawn a wheel with 5 spokes on it 17 times. What are you doing?
Picking it out.
Maybe I'm doing nothing.
Yeah.
Oh, Ayush said I meant she hasn't been cast yet, which I get that. Yeah, she's definitely a major character that hasn't been cast. But we're discussing that in terms of the 2 people on the screen. So, anyway, yeah, I guess Varen and Lanfear would be my top picks. Although I feel like Lanfear is a bad pick because we haven't seen a single villain cast yet, and I feel like they're holding them all off to the side.
We saw Sin Bui, who's one of the worst villains.
Oh yeah, he is a villain. Yeah, he's a huge villain. That guy,
especially in Nynaeve's accepted test. He's awful. Yeah, so we've seen some pretty bad. We've also, what the fuck we're talking about? We've seen what's his dick, Peyton Fane.
That's true. I mean, I guess you could count him as a true villain, and literally David just jumped right in there. Yes. I mean, he's obviously a villain. Obviously. I guess what I mean is in the beginning of the book, you don't realize he's a villain right away. So like the casting of him in terms of an audience that hasn't read the books doesn't necessarily mean anything to them. So like until it's revealed that he's a villain or he becomes a villain, it's not really, you're not showing any of the true quote unquote Forsaken or bad guys, so to speak, aside from the monsters.
Well, same thing with Selene then, right? I mean, you don't know Selene's bad. Spoiler.
Right, but
I don't know if I'm making your
we don't
point.
know if one of these is Selene.
Again, regardless. All right. So there's a whole bunch of shit that probably people are far more well informed than we are as far as what they could have.
Yeah, we're just stipulating.
Yeah.
Yeah. All of this could be wrong. All of this could be wrong.
Except, of course, for Lanfear, who's literally right here, and she's like, "Well, I know who it is." It'd be really funny if actually one of these people was Lanfear and was in the audience, just trying to say who it was.
So Peter Sid Leandrin has been cast again. Cast as an Aes Sedai. Not revealed that she's Black Asha or a villain of any kind. Like, yes, again, people that haven't read the books will not understand the significance of the character of Leandrin being cast. Like, that's
I don't know. She looks kind of bitchy on first blush. Like, I think that's a very it's obvious.
She's got a resting bent face.
Okay. She's got a resting bent face. Takes an 80-degree turn right through there.
I mean, Dana just said none of the castings have been. Yeah, but you know who the main characters are, Dana.
I love that's the most valid comment there is. Also,
well, I mean, like if a character is cast as the Dark One, you know, like I know the rest of them are just names too, but you know, all right. So all right, moving on from this casting, I guess. What's your final call on this, John? What do you think? Lanfear, Varen?
I mean, probably not. Odds are I'm going to show my ass, but sure, why not? That's smarter people than I have already opined, and so I'll go with them. And if I get it wrong, it's their fault. I
mean, how old is Natasha O'Keeffe? I wonder.
Which one's Natasha O'Keeffe?
The middle one.
Everyone's
like, she's too old to be Selene. I'm like, is she that old?
Yeah.
What'd you say?
I said 39. Total guess. I'm not looking at anything. Actually, Elida and Eamon Valda. It's Eamon Valda on the right.
She is 34 years old.
Really?
That's not that old.
Yeah. No. Great cheekbones, though. Like, fucking incredible.
I mean, if she's Elida and not Lanfear, and the other character still being Varen, that makes sense to me, too.
Yeah. I love just the dichotomies, like in the comments, which worst thing to watch while trying to actually comment myself, but it's just like she cannot, too old.
I'm putting my foot down.
Yeah. But anyway, what we got next, Joe? Or do we need to wait for Tom?
What do we have next? But I mean, we need to wait for Tom. So I mean, I don't know. I guess we can just spitball.
Well, I like that.
Let's just talk with some Jono. Well, John, well, we can talk about it before he gets here.
Okay. All right. Well, it's your episode this time. What do you got for it?
Well, every year, Jono and Tom and I, we try to put out a holiday episode. And it's always involves Home Alone in some capacity. And we started watching Home Alone, and then the next year it was 2, 3, 4, 5?
There's 5, yeah.
No, is it 5?
There's 5. Yeah.
Right. There's 5 of them. And then after we ran out of 5 Home Alone movies, we watched, what did we watch? Last year we watched Bushwhacked with Daniel Stern, which was the unofficial sequel to.
Did we do Bone Alone, which is not a porn?
And we did Bone Alone in between those two. Yeah.
Yeah.
So we've gone 7 straight years with very tangentially connected to Home Alone and kept it up, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
But Home Alone's
being
rebooted.
Watch the ratings, which are low already, just crashed out of here.
Home Alone's being rebooted, and we're weirdly excited to watch the trailer. And I'm going to stop talking about it now because there's going to be a small interruption. Hello.
Hi.
What you doing?
Hi, Violet.
Hi.
You can speak to her, John.
Who's she?
Who's she? That's Elaine Tricand. You don't like her.
I don't like her.
No, she's.
Violet.
She's fine. I'm kidding.
I don't like her.
Yeah, you don't like her. Her name's Elaine. She's the worst.
And she's not very nice.
Yeah, she's not very
Not
nice.
very nice.
Not Tyrande or Matt or Parent.
And she's not very nice.
Yeah.
Why?
Correct.
Well, she was raised by royalty. Thinks she owns the world. She's the worst kind of human.
Yeah. Violet, what are you eating for dinner?
Dinner. She's holding
Cereal.
she's holding the bowl up. Like
bowl
you can see it. Anyway.
Hi, Uncle Tom.
Oh, Uncle Tom.
Hi. I missed you.
You don't have anything to say to that?
Yeah.
You don't want to say anything about I miss you? Just eating cereal?
I miss you.
Oh, okay.
Aw.
Can I have a kiss?
Uh-huh.
Is that by Lisa Loeb?
All right. Get out of here, you little cherub.
Get out of here, kid.
Because you're adorable and I love you.
Bye, Lauren.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
In 2 days, that woman's going to have a child drop out of her.
That's true.
Yeah.
I'll have another one. I'll have another one of those.
Yeah.
And we'll still do this.
Shittiest father there is.
What are you talking about?
Possibly one of the worst fathers.
I mean, the first thing Lauren's going to do and when she hires her divorce attorney is send them a link to this podcast.
well, there you go. We'll see how much therapy they need when they get older. You know, maybe none at all. Maybe a lot.
Yeah.
Probably a lot.
Well, Tom, we set up an amazing preamble for you while you took forever to angle your penis into some pot of water.
We did do that. We're about to show the new Home Alone trailer called Home Sweet Alone.
Yeah, I watch while I'm smoking to try to keep up with what's going on.
Shut your fucking mouth.
That was for you.
All right, I'm gonna play this trailer.
Watched it?
So here's the thing. No, I haven't watched it. So I'm watching this for the first time.
I watched it.
No, you watched it earlier, right? Tom watched it. So we're really excited about the Home Alone reboot, and the key here is that we've been doing it for 7 years, and now they saved us by giving us an eighth installment of our Home Alone Christmas.
The one thing you didn't mention was that our holiday episodes are like director's commentary, where we watch the movie and then just talk over it.
That's true. This one will be on Disney Plus.
We have every director's
You can
commentary.
watch every Home Alone and turn off the sound and play us instead. Guarantee it's worth
It's a bad move. Don't do it. I will say over the years, and it doesn't necessarily mean that the earlier ones are bad and the later ones are better. Over the years, they are varying degrees of success with how well we've pulled this off.
We pull it off.
At any rate, here's the trailer for Home Sweet Home Alone, and I
hate the name.
Wait.
'Twas the night before Christmas vacation. And the fun was in full swing.
You have split our family onto 2 separate flights.
Mom!
Max, please!
The family left for their big vacation,
Is that everyone? The cars are leaving now!
but forgot one little thing.
Mom? Dad? Uncle Blake?
They don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm here. My mum and dad have gone to Tokyo. I'm totally on my own.
You do realise that my 10-year-old son is at home by himself. You just assumed Max was on the other flight.
We didn't take a census.
We got reports of suspicious people around 36 Lincoln Ave.
I can't go to jail, honey. I wouldn't last 30 seconds in Gen Pop. It's where fresh fish get got.
Nobody here is getting got.
And we're criminals.
I don't think so. This is my house. I have to defend it. Orange stripe, center pocket. Ooh. That did not sound right.
I am trying to get home to my son, who is alone. I'm scared. And he needs his mother.
Home Sweet Home Alone.
Oh no, a ladder!
You think I'm that stupid?
Yes, I do.
Only on Disney Plus.
All right. I mean, that's exciting.
Before we talk about the trailer, wait.
Very excited.
Before we talk about the trailer, I've got to point out there's somebody in the comments that said the Home Alone 4 commentary was the only thing that made 4 bearable. Somebody's actually watched Home Alone 4 and listened to the commentary.
I saw that comment too, and I was like, if I found out that one of us made a
I don't know whose handle the Cole Mustang is, but thank you.
Patrons of him.
I liked everything but the kid. He seemed a little not great.
Why was he?
You know, it's funny because I told you the guys this way back when he was cast, but like Jojo Rabbit, he like steals every scene. He's fucking
that's
adorable,
true.
and it's so funny.
Maybe it'll be better than.
But maybe it's like stripped away and boiled down because it's Disney Plus,
and then they really
he did like make a lot of hilarious comments about killing Nazi, or being a Nazi and running Jojo Rabbit.
I mean, Jojo Rabbit is incredible. They really softened the villains.
Yeah. The guy definitely doesn't even want to be breaking in. It's like they're breaking in to get something that they need or something, and not just like robbing a house.
The stakes seem very low, and
which is fine.
Which makes me. I never would have asked myself, could they remake Home Alone in 2021? And I guess the answer is no, because you can't have actual criminals that want to murder a child.
All right, there's two. Yes, you can. All right, there's two things that I like about that concept. The idea that they're just trying to get a specific thing and not just rob the house, meaning like it seems as though maybe they attempted multiple times, which is
isn't that Home Alone 3?
Way funnier than like just going in a large string of events. Like it seems like maybe he turns them back like multiple times. Like he defends it several instances.
Like even the dog is in more danger and bone.
With cell phones and like how things work, it's like it's so hard to go like how do you leave your kid behind? And the fact that they're on 2 different flights and neither of the parents know which kids are on which flight actually makes that realistic to me, which is important.
That's a decent start to like, hey, you know what? We took 2 flights, although you would think you'd fucking know which one was going to be on which because you have to buy a separate ticket regardless. We kind of start that way. But then thereafter, there's this thing called phones, neighbors, instant connectivity. Like you can't just have, Ma Bell going out like in the first one.
Yeah, those lines will be down for 3 days.
Yeah, like that's just not like feasible. My favorite thing
has to happen in that storm where there's no internet or something.
They get hit by an EMP. Like I just what are the deal? I think my favorite part though is I know that they walked up to every line and just stopped. Like our kid is home. Like I could just kind of like the cars are almost like several times like the cars.
That's true. As much as like Home Alone 2 is just a retread of the original, this one is just like it's a retread, but we'll just not cross that line. We'll come right up to the line, but we won't cross it.
They don't even know I'm here. They don't even know I'm here. I was like, I'm almost offended by this.
I can't wait for our commentary this holiday season. Wait, did they have a release date? I didn't even see.
I can't remember the comedian's last name. It's Pete something that's playing the dad. He's actually Pete Holmes is hilarious.
Yeah.
I like all.
The
cast looks good.
Yeah.
Yeah, it does. Yeah.
Was the female robber Aaron from The Office?
Yeah, it's Ellie Kemper.
Who was the male robber?
The guy from the Deadpool movies that just survives the Deadpool 2 when they're jumping out of the plane and he's the only one that lives and all the superpowered people die. Oh wait, he dies. Wait, does he die? I don't remember. Everyone dies. Everyone dies but Domino.
Yeah.
What was that guy's name?
Greg.
The guy with no powers. Yeah, he gets spit acid on him.
Oh yeah, that's right. I couldn't remember. At any rate, he's in Deadpool 2. He's in other stuff, but I mean that's the one thing that people kind of remember him from.
I don't know if everything's been. I do love that there's Buzz is there dressed as a cop.
Yes, Buzz being a cop that goes by the house to check on the house is going to be.
I didn't even recognize that was Buzz. I thought the McAllister badge.
That's why I went yes and clapped my hands in the middle of the trailer.
I thought it was just a nod to the first movie.
Nope, Buzz.
That's exciting.
Yeah, that makes the whole thing watchable to me. Is that they got that. Now
I'm gonna mute this and add it back to the stream just so I can watch through it while we're talking.
It's incredible how many times Buzz has found himself involved in these situations, even when it's not his own family.
What do you think it's really Buzz? Is Buzz a cop in the future? Do you think that's what that is? I think it's just
that makes a lot of sense.
Why not?
Did it say McAllister on his badge? Or
yes, it does.
Oh my
You even watch that shit?
That's even better.
Is this a second trailer?
No, this is just, no. I'm just playing it through. Yeah, the whole like the cars are still here. They didn't go to the airport, and then he says like the cars are leaving. We're going to the airport. I'm like, come on. Although I do appreciate that on some level because it's like
I think it's a great like kind of like we can't just steal 100% from ourselves, so let's just do it. But
the second movie made jokes of how like the best jokes in the second movie are how obviously that the second movie is the first movie just retread again. Like he's like kids are scared of the park. Like he says like the exact same lines over and over again, but they're just changed slightly like to make it funny. And I think when they're like poking fun at themselves, like that's fun, you know, like, so, you know, I like it.
So is the kid supposed to be British? Like they're just in England?
Yeah. His mom was British,
but his dad wasn't.
Yeah. So
well, it looks like they live in America.
Aren't.
Well, maybe it's not his, maybe it's his stepdad. I'm just saying, like maybe he was born in
this looks like
England,
American
and then they married an English or American man.
I guess
what side of the road are they driving?
Find out, and I can't wait.
Yeah.
Was that Uncle Frank? Go back.
No, I want to see that so bad too.
Not the actual original Uncle Frank, but
wait, is it?
Uncle Frank?
Oh no, it wasn't. But that was
the original. But is that going to be the Uncle Frank of this movie?
Oh no, I don't think so. But I love his okay, I'm reloaded costume.
You cocksuckers want to play a role?
You know what? Actually, you know what, Tom? You were mentioning Pete Holmes, but also I like this actor. I don't remember her name, but but I've seen her in other things, and she's funny. But like the point being is like I like the parents. Like in the original Home Alones, I liked the parents, and like that. I think that was the problem with a lot of the shitty sequels, is that the parents are like super annoying, and like you hate the fuck out of. You're just like get off the screen. It's all about kids.
The criminals are terrible too. So you know, well,
yeah, that's true too. Like the criminals being good and the parents being good is fucking integral. Like it's
I guess we should also realize after Home Alone 2, every one of these was made for a budget of like $20. No one gave a shit.
Yes, that's true.
Plus, like really, like legitimately.
Holy shit! It's literally Buzz. That makes me so happy. It's not even funny.
What if it shows Officer McAllister go home to his wife, and it's a guy dressed up like a girl, like in the first movie, the picture of that kid?
Buzz, your wife. Whoa. I hope his partner says that to him at some point in his squad car.
That would be incredible.
Yeah, it's the regular guy from the Deadpool 2.
That guy is hard to recognize without the mustache.
Oh yeah, that's true. I forgot he had a mustache.
November 12th. There we go. Yeah. So a week before Wheel of Time. What a year! If you had told us, like 8 years ago, it's gonna be, or 7 years ago, Home Alone movie and Wheel of Time back to back over 2 different weeks, what a fucking nutty.
We're literally a Wheel of Time show. We're breaking down a trailer of Home Alone.
Well, I mean, we've done the Wheel of Time stuff. Anybody that wants to stick around for the Home Alone stuff is free to do so. Or
That being said, I can't wait for the rest of this holiday season when we watch Home Sweet Home Alone.
The season of Perpetual Hope.
Do you think?
Season of Perpetual Hope.
What we don't see in this trailer is the weird neighbor, the weird old person that helps the kid.
Well, he's turned to salt.
Oh, that's a solid point, Tom.
There better be one. It'd be fucking weird if there wasn't.
No, Joe just fired himself.
Yeah, well, it's about time.
Is he not going to press play at least? He's just going to make us stuck with this weird helpline.
If he did, it would just be over.
Yeah, I guess that's true. So I can't see the battle plans very well, but it doesn't look like the best one. Cola.
I was just letting my annoying cat out of the room.
Bye, Winnie.
Yeah, I honestly...
My adorable child let in my annoying fucking cat.
It looks like that battle plan.
The audience wanted to hear a bunch of meowing.
It looks like multiple parts of this battle plan involve soda.
Also, is that a castle in the center? Like, I don't get it.
Yeah,
There's definitely a fire extinguisher attached to a flagpole.
Yeah.
I thought that was just another bottle of cola.
We shouldn't. We shouldn't analyze this battle plan too much, guys. It's going to spoil the movie for us. It's like, you know what it is. You know what it is. It's that question mark symbol in Lost.
Where did Kevin draw up his battle plan?
On a piece of paper, and then he unfolded it.
Yeah, it was a blueprint.
Crayon.
Yeah.
But I mean, if the criminals are running through the house, they happen into his bedroom and like in the middle of this heist.
That's what I was thinking. I was like, no, the whole plan.
Yeah.
Maybe he drew it incorrectly to fuck with.
Maybe his bed is in front of a secret part of the plan, Tom, and that's the plan he wants them to know.
I guess he could also.
It's like Inception, but also Home Alone.
Yeah. It's like Skyfall, but I still don't understand why we haven't watched Skyfall as a Home Alone movie.
Oh, I mean, we would have if this reboot hadn't come out in
next year.
Time, it would have been James Bond Home Alone this year, for sure.
We'll do it next year, unless
next year.
Home Alone 2 is out.
By the way, pull billiard ball to the brain. That would hurt.
Suck brick, kid.
I am curious, like, since it seems they've kind of neutered the villains a little bit, I'm curious to see how many of his traps are like legitimately life-threatening and how many will just be like a little tamer.
I hope
I honestly don't want them to take the teeth out of the movie because it's just hilarious how deadly everything is.
Don't nerf the traps, because if you nerf the
Joe
traps,
Pesci's head on fire. It makes me laugh just thinking about this scene.
I know it happens a million times in Home Alone, but I'm still like really happy they slip on ice and fall down. Comes out in a month. Can't wait.
Oh, that's a
month in a day.
I'm watching that whenever we do the live Home Alone episode. I'm watching that.
We're gonna watch it cold.
I'm not pre-watching the movie. Let's put it that way.
All right, I can maybe commit to that. My wife might want to watch it.
My wife. Yeah, we got to figure out what we're doing then. Tom, when are you coming back in town? Oh, we can discuss this offline.
When are you coming back into town, Tom?
Yeah, maybe we should.
Let's talk about it here and now.
Maybe we should.
Where are you right now, and what's your home address?
Let's wrap up our Wheel of Time show.
All right, so that's tWoTcast for this week. If you have any comments or questions, leave them below, and in theory, we'll get better at responding to them.
Yeah, that's
new,
true.
Guys. I just changed that because we're on YouTube now.
We do get email alerts that there's comments, and I'm like, that's nice, and then I read it, and then I go back to work. Like, maybe we should get on here and actually say things to people sometimes.
Exactly.
The most podcast.
As I said, in theory, we'll get better at it, but like not necessarily the best. We'll try. We'll get better. The best way to contact us is on Twitter at tWoTcast. That's still true.
Now, how do you spell
and you can listen to the show wherever you get your podcast, because although you're watching this on YouTube right now, the 5 people still watching.
Yeah, I think Home Alone sent a lot of people to bed.
Most people are hearing this as a podcast, and you can get this podcast anywhere there are podcasts.
I love the crossover Wheel of Time Home Alone segment. That's really nice.
That's our whole damn brand.
It's such a small cross section of nerds.
It's not what we're about.
And thanks, nerds. Good show. Thank you, Brando.
Thank you, Brandon Sanderson, for being here. Yeah.
tWoTcast theme songs brought to you by Taffy Bennington at Sing with Taffy on Twitter and Anarchy101 on YouTube. And also, as you're about to hear, Andrel from #Twitter of Time, Andrel Genhold on Twitter, and Andrel Bard of Time on YouTube. Links to their channels are below, although Taffy took hers down, so you can never find her music ever again.
Because she's launching a new project, I think, for the next Home Alone movie.
Join us next week for more Wheel of Time content. Yes. What will that be? We don't know. Maybe a trailer. Maybe more Wheel of Time role-playing game.
Guys,
pre-game. We don't know.
The Colonel Mustang 2 also is mentioning the cape now in the comments. Is this our biggest fan?
It's probably is this Robert?
No idea.
Is that Robert? Robert, is that you, Robert? Anyway, join us next week. I'm Joe. Say goodnight, Jono.
Good night, Jono.
That's good. That's good. And Tom.
All right, goodbye, Sydney. Now I'm just kidding. Study your math.
Keep the change, you filthy animal.
Among the first to start, the tWoTcast was so smart to lovingly bash our favorite books. But that was long ago, and now they've grown the show, and now they got us in their hooks. Don't throw coins to these bastards, they need bars of gold at least. Someone please keep them afloat. Now let's listen as they once again ramble through a book. Let's get the fucking quote. One of them is Tom, but he is barely on. Sometimes he calls into the show. Another one is Joe, no. Is he their joker? Oh no. And Joe, is he the stupid one? Welcome to the tWoTcast. We will share our love for books and all our hate in every episode. We'll entertain you, make you laugh so hard you barely can stand up. That is the tWoTcast code.